Imagine this. You've had a long day. You've cooked, cleaned, and managed a dozen different mini crises. You finally sit down on the floor to play with your toddler. Everything seems fine. But then you tell them it's almost time for a nap. Suddenly, the air changes. Before you can react, your sweet, innocent child reaches out and smack, hits you right across the face. Or maybe it's a bite that leaves a mark, or a heavy wooden toy thrown directly at your head. In that split second, time stops. Your face stings, but your heart hurts more. A wave of heat rushes to your chest. You feel embarrassed, angry, and, if we're being honest, a little bit of shame. You look at this tiny human and think, did I do something wrong? Is my child aggressive? Am I raising a bully? If you've ever felt like a failure because your child is physical, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Because today, we are pulling back the curtain on the toddler brain. We are going to look at the exact neuroscience of why this happens. You'll learn why your current discipline might be making it worse. And I'm going to give you the exact 3-step biological reset button that stops the hitting without you ever having to raise your voice. This isn't just parenting advice. This is brain science. And by the end of this video, you will never look at your child's bad behavior the same way again. To fix the hitting, we have to understand the hardware. Humans have the most complex brains on the planet, but when we're born, that brain is nowhere near finished. Think of your toddler's brain like a high-performance sports car, but with no brakes and a driver who doesn't speak the language. In neuroscience, we often talk about the triune brain. First, there's the survival brain, the brainstem. This controls breathing and heart rate. Then there's the emotional brain, the limbic system. This is where big feelings like fear, anger, and joy live. Finally, there's the thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex. This is the CEO of the brain. It handles logic, empathy, and, most importantly, impulse control. Here's the problem. In a toddler, the thinking brain is barely online. It's like a flickering light bulb in a massive storm. When your child gets frustrated because they can't have a cookie or because they have to leave the park, their emotional brain, specifically a tiny part called the amygdala, takes complete control. The amygdala is like a smoke detector. It's looking for danger. When it gets triggered, it shuts down the thinking brain entirely. We call this flipping the lid. When that lid is flipped, your toddler is in survival mode. They aren't thinking, I am frustrated, I should use my words. They're thinking, I am under attack. And in nature, when you feel under attack, you do one of 3 things: fight, flight, or freeze. The hitting, that's the fight response. It's a biological discharge of energy. It's not a choice, it's a reflex. They aren't hitting you, they're hitting the feeling that is overwhelming them. Now, let's talk about why traditional discipline often fails miserably here. In the Western world, we've been taught that when a child hits, we should use timeouts, or we should hit them back to show them it hurts, or we should yell no in a scary voice. But let's look at what that does to a brain that is already in survival mode. If your child is already terrified by their own big emotions, and then their safe person, that's you, becomes scary, loud, or isolating, what happens? Their amygdala goes into overdrive. The stress hormone, cortisol, floods their system. When a brain is flooded with cortisol, it is physically impossible for it to learn a lesson. You might get them to stop hitting in that moment out of fear, but you haven't taught them how to control the impulse next time. You've only taught them that when things get hard, the person they love most pulls away. This creates a cycle. The child feels more disconnected, which leads to more anxiety, which leads to more lid flipping, which leads to more hitting. If we want to stop the hitting, we have to stop being a threat and start being a regulator. This is the core of gentle parenting, and it's backed by decades of attachment theory. So what do you do instead? How do you handle that hand flying towards your face in real time? I want you to memorize these 3 steps. The first step is the self-check or co-regulation. Before you say a word to your child, check your own body. Are your shoulders tight? Is your jaw clenched? Your toddler have mirror neurons. They're literally hardwired to catch your emotions. If you're escalated, they will stay escalated. Take one deep, audible breath. It tells your own brain you're safe, and it subtly signals to your child that the alpha in the room is calm. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. You set the temperature. You don't just react to theirs. The second step is the physical block with a low-leveled label. You must never allow yourself to be hit. If you see the hand coming, catch it gently but firmly or move away. Your boundary is, I will not let you hit. But here's the magic phrase. I see you are, and then name the emotion. Say it slowly. I see you are so mad that we have to go. By naming the emotion, you're doing something called labeling. Research from UCLA shows that when we put a name to an emotion, it actually sends a chemical signal to the amygdala to calm down. You're literally helping them use their upstairs brain by providing the words they don't have yet. The third step is the discharge or redirection. The energy that caused the hit is still inside their little body. It has to go somewhere. Instead of saying, stop it, give them an alternative exit. Try this. You are very angry. You cannot hit but you can hit this sofa cushion. Or, you have a lot of stomp in your legs. Let's stop together to the bathroom. You're teaching them that the feeling is okay, but the action has a boundary. This is how you build a child who grows up with high emotional intelligence, or EQ. Let's look at a common scenario. The grocery store. Your toddler wants the blue box of cereal. You say no. They scream and try to kick you. Everyone is watching. You feel the mom guilt rising. In this moment, the old way would be to hiss at them. Hiss. Stop it right now or no iPad. The neuroscience way, you abandon the cart for a second, you get down to their level, physically lower than them, you say, this is hard. You really wanted that cereal. Your body is feeling very wiggly right now. Let's take a big breath together. Does it work instantly every time? No, because the brain takes time to cool down. But every time you do this, you're literally weaving new neural pathways in their brain. You're building the brakes that they were born without. What if they laugh when they hit you? This is the one that triggers parents the most. You think they're mocking you, but neuroscience tells us that a toddler's nervous laugh is actually a sign of extreme stress. Their system is so overwhelmed that it's short-circuiting. They're not laughing at you. They're trying to regulate a brain that is spinning out of control. When they laugh, they need more connection, not more punishment. I want to leave you with this. The goal of parenting isn't to have a child who never hits. The goal is to raise an adult who knows how to handle their anger without hurting others. Every time you choose to stay calm when they hit, every time you choose to empathize instead of isolate, you are giving them the greatest gift a parent can give, the ability to self-regulate. There will be days when you fail. There will be days when you yell back, and that's okay. When that happens, show them the power of a repair. Go to them and say, I'm sorry. I was frustrated and I used a loud voice. My brain flipped its lid too. Can we start over? This teaches them that even when we mess up, we can fix it. It teaches them that love is stronger than anger. You are doing the hard work. You are breaking cycles that may have existed in your family for generations. You're not just raising a toddler, you're raising a future human who will know how to navigate the world with kindness and logic. If you found this deep dive into the toddler brain helpful, please share it with one parent friend who is struggling right now. We are all in this together. Don't forget to check out our positive parenting playlist for more science-backed guides on sleep, nutrition, and tantrums. You've got this, Mama. I'll see you in the next video.